Today's episode is very special to me. I've spent the last handful of months working with FLEX Tools in order to make a donation to Los Medanos College's Automotive program. Please join me as I give back to the school that has taught me so much. I also show these FLEX tools in action being used by the school and share a little bit more about LMC itself. But first, let's deliver these tools to the school on behalf of FLEX. Hey Clark.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, this is all brought to you by FLEX. We got a little bit of everything. So I know that you and I were talking about how the school just only has air tools and we don't have a lot of battery powered electric stuff. So FLEX has donated all these tools to us.
That was very nice of them. Yeah, we're transitioning from the air tools over to power, and we were at SEMA and saw Flex for the first time and really liked the product. And Alan and Flex came through with this great donation, and we sure appreciate it.
All right, Clark, let's unload. The 4-port charger,
Oh, okay.
especially at the school, you could just have all the batteries.
Yeah, that's great.
So here we are. And look at Clark. He set it all up all nice so it looks like it's on display. That's awesome.
Thank you, Flex. We sure appreciate it from Los Medanos College Auto Program.
All right. Hi, Jason. Could you introduce yourself, your role at LMC, and the auto program here?
Name's Jason Dearman. I've been, I guess, going on 18 years, my 18th year teaching here. I've worked as an instructor. I've worked as department chair, overseeing a handful of programs, program lead for auto, do a lot of grant work. So fairly busy around here. Try to stay focused on teaching, but next semester, only a few classes.
Yeah. Since we're talking about programs a little bit, I want to circle back and if you could talk a little bit about LMC and the auto program itself. And I feel like we're one of the few auto programs within the area, and all the dealerships kind of work with us, right? So
if you took an aerial shot of the Bay Area, Los Medanos College is a little bit of an island. All the other colleges have other colleges within a reasonable distance to them. Our closest one is all the way out at CCC. If you want auto, the next closest is all the way out in Stockton. So we're a little bit on our own all the way out here in East Bay. There's really no other colleges really in our territory. When I started, there was really no hybrids, no electric cars, no CVT transmissions, no dual clutch transmissions, no variable cam timing. Very few cars had any kind of multi-displacement system. I mean, it was really just regular shifting transmissions, hydraulic old style, and a gas engine either had a throttle body or a port injected, and we've suddenly gone from that to self-driving, electric, every kind of technology you can imagine.
So you spent some time with the FLEX tools at this point. Overall, what do you think?
Pretty good. So like I said, it really comes down to quality of the tool, comfort of the tool, and how long the battery lasts. My first interaction was at the SEMA show.
Let's talk about the tools itself a little bit. So for those interested in being a technician, could you walk us through how a shop uses a high torque impact wrench?
Well, it depends on the shop. Heavy duty needs some big ones. We do general automotive, probably overpowered for what we needed. So that's kind of nice. I'd rather be easier to take something apart and put it than not. Most of the impact, we're using them to take things apart. We work pretty hard to convince our students not to use them for assembly. Although I will say, and that's one of the nice things with going to electric tools, is you have more control of the torque to speed going back together. With an impact, it's hard not to over torque something or over hammer something. With all the electrics, a little squeeze, you can thread bolts down, speed up your time a little bit, not run the risk of breaking things off. Well, for impact drivers, we're using those for rapid teardown assembly. So you wouldn't use an impact, obviously to pull a valve cover off or take a water pump out. Really, that's the impact drivers. One, their torque isn't so vicious that it damages things, and they tend to spin at a pretty high speed. So if you got to zip out, if you look at a modern engine, you might have 25 bolts holding a timing cover on, and you can zip them out really quickly. And the impact drivers are nice and small. They usually fit between the radiator and the engine itself. Drills, for the most part, we get into those. That's usually when things go wrong. And I'm at a college, so obviously students, they break a lot of stuff. So we do a lot of repairs with that anytime we're getting into them. We even actually, I put it into one of my classes that, my transmission class specifically, where we spent time helicoiling, how to use a drill properly, how to get the hole straight, how to tap it, how to repair it. Probably more than anything else. We used to use them a lot on suspension work. These days we replace larger chunks, but I remember I used to have a pretty large electric drill. Wasn't a flex yet, would be today. But we used to have to drill out rivets and other things to swap out just individual parts. The reciprocating actually flex is pretty good because it's more compact than most of the ones I've run into. One of my happiest places in the world is a wrecking yard. And a good quality demolition blade and a good quality reciprocating saw, especially one that's light and compact and you don't have to haul it everywhere, is wonderful if you're trying to cut through exhaust systems and everything else. So, grinding, same thing. You don't have to as much, with cars we're working on here, but at the same time, if you have to get through something that's stubborn and rusted or otherwise stuck, yeah, we use them all. It's a challenge to find the appropriate tools to train the students with. Like I said, if the brand we pick is usually the one they fall in love with, which has always been a concern of mine because I never wanted to bring anything into the shop that is not going to be a tool that they're going to want to use. And Flex has been one of the ones where clearly it is a tool that if they were to fill their toolbox with, it's going to take care of them. In a shop, they need stuff that's going to go for years and years, and Flex will do that for them. So we really do appreciate it, and the students are really enjoying it. So, yes, thank you. It's the best we can come up with.
Yes, thank you, Flex. It was really awesome to be a part of that, and so I really appreciate what Flex has done, not only for the channel and for the school as well. So thank you again, Flex, from myself as well. All right, Jason, thank you. This was a lot of fun for me, and I hope you learned a little more about Flex Tools and their generosity. And of course, if you're in the SF East Bay area and want to learn more about cars, check out LMC. I'll have links to the auto program below, as well as a list of all the Flex Tools featured in this video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel with your likes, subscribes, and shares. I'll see you next time.
Nobody look as good as me with a flex tool.